Hello guys, we're back, and in this video we will talk about comments and operators in C. So let's start with comments because I don't need so much time for it to explain it to you. Whenever you have a larger code, you should use comments because that way when you specify, for example, we use them usually to specify which part of code is used for what. So when we're searching something, it's easier for us to find it. And if you don't have comments, you will have a really hard time finding something that you want, especially if the code is not yours, believe me. So, for example, if this variable right here wasn't named like favorite number, so it explains the purpose of it. If it was named, for example, X, the comment that I would put here is like variable for favorite number. Okay, so you understand what I'm thinking. Okay, so or if this code was longer, for example, let me just put this back number. Or if this code was longer and if I had a bunch of pieces and I want to say that this piece is for taking the favorite number from the user, I use this for taking the favorite number from the user. So I would have some code here and I would have some code underneath, and if I was looking for something, or if I was looking for this, it would be much easier for me to find it because I need to just check this and I don't need to look the code. Okay, so that is pretty much it. This is how we use them. I forgot to mention it, and that is the most important thing. So you just put double / like this, and then you write your comment for whatever it is. Okay. So let's start with operators now. Actually, I will write a couple of programs, small programs. I think it's easier that way for you to understand the purpose of the operators and how do we actually use them. Okay, so right now I'll make 3 variables, A, B, C, and I will do this. So here I've used addition operator. We talked about it in the last video. Like A equals B equals C equals 10. That is not actually equals, it's addition operator. So what it does, A, addition operator, then it solves this, and whatever is on the right side of this operator, that is placed inside of the memory on a location that is reserved for this variable. Okay, but in order to place this, we need to solve this. And we're solving this by placing everything on the right side of this operator in B. Okay, but first we need to solve C. Okay, so basically this is how we go. We put 10 inside of C, so C is now 10. Okay, then C is B. B is now the same as C. Okay, so it's 10, and A is at the end also 10. So the current status, I will use comments here, is A equals 10, B equals 10, and C equals 10. Okay, and if we print that out, percentage D \n A, B, C. Okay, and we need to have this return 0. If we run it now, as you can see, 10, 10, 10. Okay, so if I do this, for example, right now, if I put here A equals A is okay, so let's go slowly. So every time we have addition operator, everything on the right side, we solve that and place it inside of this. Okay, so the direction we're going in is right to left. Okay, so we're solving this first and then this. Okay, B is 10. That will place 10 in a memory place for b. Okay, that is the same, so it won't change anything. So we've solved that. We solved it. Okay, that this is a equals 10. So instead of this, now we have 10 here. Okay, and c is 20. So we're placing 20 on a inside of the memory on a location which is reserved for c. So that means that we are changing the c. Okay, now c is 20, and we have here, instead of this, now we have 20. Okay, a is 10 plus 20, a is 30. Okay, so now 30 goes here. Do you understand that? It's quite simple. Okay, so if we print this out right now, you will see that the values of these variables were changed just the way we've set it. Okay, that is how we use addition operator, and these are some rules to follow, the directions to follow when using these operators. Okay, now we will talk about relation operators, the comparison operators. And I will just make a variable int a equals 10. Okay, let's do it like this: %d \n. Here I will place a comma, and I'll copy that and do this. Okay, in the first line here, I will write 3 is less than 5. In the second, I will write that 3 is larger than 5. The sense is same like in math. Okay, 3, then the equality operator, 3 equals 5. And now 3 is different than 5. Okay, so let's solve this right now. Actually, what this does is it's getting the result of this and printing it out on the screen as an integer. Okay, so the result of this is 3 is smaller than 5. Is that true? It is true. So it will return 1. If something is false, the program will return 0. Okay, 3 is larger than 5. That's false. So that means that this will print out 0. Okay, 3 is right now here. We have 3 is equal to 5. That is also false, so you will have 0 here. Okay, 3 is different than 5. That is true, so we will have 1. And that's I will just show you this in a moment. This is why I've made this variable here, and printf \n %d comma. I will use 3 and 5 again. 3 is smaller than a is smaller than 5. Okay, so if we were in math class, you would say that this, when we place this a here, 3 is smaller than 10, but 10 isn't smaller than 5. So this is not correct. It will print out 0. But actually, no, the C doesn't work that way. The direction for this operator is actually from left to right. So it will first do 3 is smaller than a. It will replace an a with 10. 3 is smaller than 10. That is true. So whenever something is true, we get a 1. Isn't that right? Yeah. Okay. So that means we have 1. Instead of these two, we have 1. And what do we have left? We have 1 is smaller than 5. Is that true? It is. So the return value of this will be 1 actually, and not 0 as many of you may have thought. Okay, so we will run it actually to show you, to see if we did this correctly. Okay, as you can see, here we have 1, 0, 0, 1 as we've set it, and here we have 1. Okay, I will do just one more program where I will show you some other operators. This is a little bit longer, but not much, don't worry. I will initialize a couple of variables here and do the definition of these two. Just a moment. Okay. So right now, when we print f %d, %d, %d. Okay. And I will do a \n right here. And I will write here 3, 1. And 3, for example. 3, 5. I will do different, like this is a, just a moment, I will explain what this operator does. It's called not 7, not 0, and not 7. Okay. So what do you think that this will print out on the screen? Like 3, this is the operator used for AND. So this actually does this actually means that both of these needs to have true values, and true values are any value that is not 0. So this 3 and we read it as AND 1, that is true. So because both of these values are true. Here we have 0 and 3. Actually, when the program sees that this one is 0, the program won't even look at this. It doesn't matter what it is. This one is 0, and we don't need to look at what is on the other side, because both of these need to be correct. That is called lazy execution. And this one, we have a lazy execution here too, because this is OR. So just one of these has to be 1 in order for this to be correct. So this has to be true, sorry, not 1. It has to be true. So this is different from 0, so this is true, and that means that the program will print out here 1, and it won't even look at what's on the other side, because one of them is true and we need only 1. It's called OR. Not 0, well, actually that means it's 1. Okay. And not everything apart from 0 will return 0. Do you understand? So if I have here not exclamation mark 1, I will get 0. If I exclamation mark 3, I will get 0. Okay. Now when we run this program, as you can see, from the first one we've got a 1. Okay, because both of these values are true. From the second one we have 0, because this one's 0. Because this one is true, one of these is true, and this is OR. So just one needs to be true in order for it to return true value. Here, not 0 gets back 1, not 7 gets back 0. Okay. So now I'll show you the combination of using addition operator and AND operator, and I'll show you I will explain you a little bit more about lazy execution. Okay, so I'll print here E addition operator 0, x equals to 11. This is equal to 1. Okay, and let's change now y to 11. Okay, and I will print out right now, just a moment, printf %d for x, y, I, and j. Okay. So let's do this. Let's see what will the result be. Right now, we need to because we have an addition operator right here, we need to solve this on the right side and place it here. So when we're solving this, as we can see, we have a AND operator, so both of these values needs to be true. So program checks for this value, and if this is 0, we said that the program won't even look at this, so this won't be executed. So X won't change its oh, this is A, I've used A, sorry. So actually in this case A won't change its value to 11 because of the lazy execution. So if program sees that on this side there is 0, it won't even look on the other side because it's enough for it to know that this will return 0. So A will stay the same, stay 10. Okay, so that is our conclusion, that I will be 0 and A will stay 10. Okay, so here we have J, addition operator, and this. So we need to solve this and to check if both of these values are true. If they are, this will return 1 to J, and if they're if one of them is false, it will return 0 and the value of J will be 0. This is true because it's not 0, it's 1. Okay, now we check if this is true. So we actually now have addition operator and 11 to B, so value of B will be changed and the return from this parentheses will be 11, and that is also true because it's not 0. And the return of this, of all of this, will be 1 because it's true. Both of these, because both the values of both sides are true. Okay, so that means our conclusion is that J will be 1 and that B will be 11. Let's check this out. Okay, we already checked this out. Right now A is 10, B is 11 as we said it, I is 0, and J is 1. Okay, so that is a combination of using the addition operators and AND operator. Actually, you've learned about lazy execution right now. Okay, so that would be pretty much it for this video. In the next video, we'll continue to talk about operators because we have some more operators that I didn't explain. And I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel too, and put the notifications bell on as well to be in touch with our latest videos because we upload daily. See you next time.